do the recording, and I'm just want to check to see if you still have my screen.
Yes, I have your screen.
So I'm just going to give you, how much time do you have, by the way? Do you have something like an hour or so, or less or more?
I need to leave at 2:50.
250. So you have something like 40 minutes, right?
Yes.
So I'm not gonna take that long. So I'm going to give you a very detailed description of what we are going to do
Mm-hmm.
and what kind of services, what can I offer you, in fact.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
So mainly for my students,
Mm-hmm.
I prefer them to study course books. And as you know, there are so many course books out there by famous publications like Oxford or Cambridge or Macmillan or Pearson, different publications, and a lot of different course books. The course books that I normally use for most of my students is named American English File, and
Mm-hmm.
there are some editions, first, second, and third. I work on second edition simply because I don't know, I have prepared so many materials, including different questions, grammar questions, different vocabulary lists, and any, I don't know, pictures or clips or any kind of material related to the course. So as you can see, there are 6 books in this course, and as I talk to you, I was somehow evaluating and assessing your language level, and I would say you do not need to start with the first one starter,
Mm-hmm.
neither with the second one, book two, book three. So the book that you really need is the upper intermediate book, which is called American English File 4.
Okay.
The way that I teach, it is not the traditional way of teaching
Mm-hmm.
that teachers like in the group classes. I go to every single part of it. I give my students some materials,
Mm-hmm.
and if you want to have lessons with me or classes with me, you need to do one thing. You need to install an application called Telegram. It has the PC version. It
Mm-hmm.
is very famous and it is safe. You can do your search on the internet if you are not sure about that. It's something like WhatsApp or Skype, but
Okay.
simply because I already provided all of the PDF books and the sample questions and everything on Telegram. So it is Telegram based.
Mm-hmm.
So after this session, you can decide if you want to have some sessions at first with me, something like 2 to 5 sessions
Mm-hmm.
to test to see if my way of teaching suits you.
Mm-hmm.
So first of all, you need to install Telegram and message me. After that, I will send you the PDF book of the student book, the
Mm-hmm.
workbook, and the teacher's book. Maybe you wonder why I'm sending you the teacher's book. Because I normally do not teach. If teaching is needed, I will teach. As my job's name implies, I am a teacher, so I have to teach. But
Yeah.
simply because I want the process to be even faster, and for the students at your level, upper intermediate level, the students are normally able to do the job on their own, and you don't need to spend so many hours and money in classes. For having classes, it needs money, it needs time. So you will do the self-study on your own. You
Mm-hmm.
will have the support by me 24 hours, 7 days a week. And literally, I mean it. So you don't care if it is middle of the night in Iran because I live in Iran, or it is very early morning, or it is the weekend, or off days. Don't care about that. Because after the corona pandemic, I shifted all of my person to person classes to online classes, and I have something like 7 classes every day. So I'm almost always online. So
Mm-hmm.
with the money that you pay for the class, you have 24, really, I mean it, 24 hours, 7 days a week support in terms of asking your questions, any kind of questions on Telegram group. And for every single student, I make a group on Telegram. And in our Telegram group, I send you the books, the material, blah, 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 whatever that is needed for you to, I don't know, to be well supported with the books and the materials, as well as I will be there. So you can suppose or imagine that I'm always, always, always online, waiting for my students, including you, to ask their questions. So
Mhm.
you study some pages, you come to Telegram, ask your small questions, you study some more pages. If there is a problem, you come to Telegram group and ask your question. And after covering some pages, I don't know how many pages, 2 pages, 3 pages, it depends on every individual, every single student. You set a time like the time we set tonight. It's tonight in here and it's afternoon over there, and we will have a class. And the typical form that I have in my mind for my classes is, let me give you a clearer picture of what our classes are going to be look like.
Mhm.
I'm not sure if you have checked the class that
Videos?
are,
Mhm.
yeah, the sample lessons on Skype. Have you checked any one of them?
Yes, I checked.
So this process of the class is going to be something like that, but maybe because in some parts of the class I spoke in Farsi or Persian,
Yes,
you
yes.
were not able to understand it. I'm going to give you a clearer picture. So every session is going to take 60 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
and the student, in this case you, is supposed to have studied some pages. I don't know how many pages. We will be in constant contact on Telegram group. So for every single student, there is a group. There are only 2 people in the group, you and me. So in our Telegram group, you will receive the books and material and blah, 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 blah. You can ask your question. In our class, the class is going to be divided into 2 parts, 30 minutes uh, asking and answering questions. So if you have some problems, asking and answering the questions about the pages that you have covered. Suppose you have covered 5 pages and you have, for example, something like 5 mistakes or 5 problems or 5 parts that you need teachings with. So uh, 5 questions, every question can take something like 30 minutes. So overall, we are gonna have 15 minutes for the process of question and answering and teaching the necessary part that you have problems mainly in terms of grammar, or sometimes the students have problems understanding the texts. I mean, the meaning of the text, blah, 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 things like that. And after that, the main process, as I believe speaking is the most important skill,
Mm-hmm.
is speaking. So in the rest of the time, something like 30 minutes, it can be any minutes. So this is the only basic form or format. 30 minutes is going to be speaking and feedback. And speaking and feedback, I ask you how many pages have you covered, and you say, for example, teacher, I covered pages 4, in this case 4 to 9. I open up the book, in this case upper intermediate. I'm going to show you a preview of the book. So I go to the first few pages, I random check some of the questions. If you have finished a unit, every unit is something like 12 pages. So after every 12 pages, you have a quiz. You have to do the quiz PDF. I will send you the questions and you will be able to do it on your own, and the answer key. So you will check it and you mark your mistakes at the beginning of the class. You can ask about the questions that you had some mistakes with or problems with. After finishing that at the beginning of every session, the rest of the session is going to be like this. Me, as a teacher, open up the book and we go to the parts that are titled with speaking. In this case, this is the first page of American English file for our book. And here we have some questions. So the rest of the class is going to be spent on question. I ask you the question, you answer them. I will be listening to you. I will taking notes of your mistakes or problem, or the parts that I want to give you some comments, synonyms, blah, 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 things like that. So after every, I don't know, 5 questions or so, it depends on the number of mistakes that you have made. I go to the board and give you feedback regarding your mistakes and things like that. In terms of writing, in every unit or so, sometimes in some units we don't have a writing. So you study page 4, you go to page 5, 6, 7. There is no writing. You move on to page blah blah. You move on and move on and move on, and suddenly you reach page 15. At the
Mhm.
bottom of the page 15, there is one exercise called writing. Writing. Go to page 113 and informal email. And during these course books, every kind of topic in regard related to writing is going to be covered, from informal writing to formal writing,
Mhm.
different kind of essays, not very professionally because this is the general English course, not
Mhm.
very academically, but we have different types of writing, and you don't need to pay any money for the books or the audio files. Everything is going to be provided. So the books are free, the audio CDs are free, the links are free, everything is free. So
Mhm.
you need only to pay for the lessons. So you study some pages and I don't know, uh, check my time, and we will set the time and we will have a class like this in
Mhm.
other days or other nights. After 2 or 3 sessions that you have with me, if you are happy and satisfied and pleased with the class and with the lessons and the way that we teach and we progress, we can set time, for example, 2 times every week, or 1 time every week, or 3 times every week. If you are happy with the class and the book and everything, we can set the time, for example, 2 sessions or 2 lessons every week. So I think 2 sessions every week is okay. But before that, you
Mhm.
have to make sure that me as the teacher,
Mhm.
this book and the way that we do the lessons is something that you have had in your mind, and it is useful and beneficial for you, and it can help you with your purposes.
Mhm. Sure.
So, so I'm done here. I'm done in here. So if you have any other questions in your mind, I have. So my time is free. I have free time. It's late at night, and I don't have any other classes. So take your time. If you have any questions in your mind about
Sure.
anything, you can ask me now.
So if I understand it right, is if I satisfied with your like services, I gonna book a few session with you. Then you're gonna offer me the electronic books,
Mhm,
and all the materials. And
mhm,
basically, I need to study. Mostly, I need to study at home. And
mhm,
if I have like any question, I can ask you anytime in the Telegram group, right?
mhm,
And
mhm,
also,
mhm,
when we book the session every week,
mhm.
you're gonna start with some. I can ask some questions, right?
Yeah, yeah. In every lesson, you can ask one question, and the rest of the class we
Mhm.
will spend on speaking and feedback, speaking and feedback. So mainly our classes are question and answers and speaking.
So, you said you're gonna take around 15 minutes to ask me some questions, right? Around the
Ah,
about the book. Oh, I gonna ask, right? You're
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
ask,
I
yeah.
normally, yeah, normally in my group classes or institute classes, because I'm the teacher there, ha ha ha, I have to ask them to check to see if I study. But when a person like you on your own spend money and time, I believe that, I suppose that the student is active on his or her own, and I do not need to check the questions, something like that. So I believe that you are active. I normally do not ask any questions. Sometimes I random check. For example, I ask you, Dolores, have you discovered, have you studied this page? And you say yes. And I know this part is a common mistake for many students. So deliberately, I come here and ask you, what's the meaning of the spies? To check
Mhm.
to see if you understood it perfectly well, or in some readings you know the vocabulary, but the general meaning of the whole sentence might not be might be unclear to you. So sometimes I randomly check some, I don't know, grammar or questions or something like that. But normally it's you who asks me the questions, and during the process of me answering you, the teaching happens. So instead of teaching every single part like traditional classes, group classes, that which is very time consuming and it needs a lot of lessons and sessions, you are supposed to be studying on your own as a self-study and only receive help from me in the parts that you have, I don't know, problems with. You are not able to understand mainly grammar on your own. In these parts, I will be teaching, I don't know, in the class. I always tell my students, don't become tired of teaching. It has been my job for some years now. I only offer this method for the students to progress faster. So
Mm-hmm.
they spend less money for the classes and they can cover more pages and they can, I don't know, advance, I don't know, faster again, I have to say. So if you need me to teach, I'm okay with that. But that way, the process is going to be slower. So this is
So
only a, yeah, the
yeah, I have a question.
suggested format. Yeah.
Yeah, for example, if you send me the material and the book, like I gonna you gonna assign me like how many pages I need to study, or I decide by my own.
Because I don't know you that well, and because the purpose of our class is not to finish the book. So this is, I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about some students.
Mm-hmm.
They believe if they finish this book faster, they go to the next book and things like that. So the purpose is not to be finishing the pages, and I won't assign you the number of pages simply first because one, I don't know you. I don't know how smart you are and how hardworking you are or how many hours of free time do you have every day. Some students are really serious to spend many hours every day studying. I don't know that those things about you. First and second, the purpose is not to finish the book. The purpose is to improve our English. So I'm not going to assign you. But the more the better. So you have to try to cover as many pages as you are able to. But this book, because you don't know the book, has a lot of vocabulary and I don't know different parts. So this is not an easy book. This is a book with a lot of things to do. So if you study that and if you take a look at the book and the workbook, you can after some sessions understand that maybe I don't know. I'm not going to tell you the number of pages. So you decide how many
Okay.
pages.
So for example, if I like let's say if I maybe do 5 pages and there's a lot of like practice the exercises on the book, and I gonna do it, but after that are you gonna check if it's right or wrong, or yeah, I want
Oh,
to know
oh,
how
oh,
it
okay.
works.
That part is going to again be done by you. How?
Ah,
How?
because you gave me the teacher's book, right?
Yeah. That includes all the answers, kids. So you are I somehow 90% on your own, but you have me as your backup, as your supporter, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, online in Telegram group. So you study, do the checking with the teacher's book, mark the problematic parts, the parts that you didn't understand or you had some mistakes. Maybe some parts you had mistakes, but after checking you understand what was it about. So the parts that you are not able to understand on your own and you need me to teach. Maybe there are so many questions. I don't know you, but I think as far as you told me that you already took IELTS with that score and Duolingo with that score, I imagine that you will be able to do many parts on your own. But students are different. Some students need more help. So once again, I won't be tired. I am willing to teach and to explain every single part. The only reason I suggest this format is for the work to move faster. So it depends on you. After 2 or 3 sessions, you will get to know me as the teacher and the book and the process. So I always recommend the students Do not book many sessions with the teacher because you don't know him or her. And
Mhm.
in this case, I'm going to recommend the same to you. You
Mhm.
don't know me, you have to get to know me. So for a start, you can go with 2 sessions or 1 session or 3 sessions or five, something like that.
Mhm.
If you are happy with it, if you believe that you are progressing and it is useful and I can help you, so you can have more sessions.
Mhm.
So you don't need to pay. You only pay for 1 session, one single session, or some sessions, 2 sessions or 6 sessions. You don't need to book anything and pay any money like that.
Okay.
After some sessions, if you are happy, maybe you can continue with every 5 session, 5 session by 5 session by 5 session. We move forward if you believe that this book and me as the teacher and this way of teaching can help you. And simply because your level is upper intermediate, you have some other teachers in your mind, you have gone to classes, so you can compare me with the other teachers to check to see if this method works. If it works, we continue. If it didn't work, it doesn't mean anything that I'm a bad teacher or you are a bad student. It means that we didn't match each other, and you
Mhm.
can, I don't know, find another teacher or other method for, I don't know, improving your English.
Mhm. And I have another question is I want to know if I want to book the session, I should go through from the platform or we can do it like privately. I'm not sure. Like for
No, no,
example,
no, no, no. You don't need to go to the platform. The platform SuperProf is only connecting teachers and the students. Every other part is going to done personally by you and me. At least for the other students, we did it personally, you and me. So it doesn't have to do anything with the platform. The platform, as far as I know, is for introducing, I don't know, the provider of the services, in this case, teachers, to the learners. So I don't think so. But you can check. For other students, we didn't have that kind of process.
but like if we do it, we don't go through the platform, how I gonna pay you by email transfer or I.
So that's a good question. So I have had some students from Canada, a
Mhm.
Mexican, 2 people from Sri Lanka, some Mexican students, some students from Japan. So the main way of transferring money, there are 2 main ways.
Mhm.
The typical way, which is safer for many people and they feel safe, is by PayPal.
PayPal, yeah.
I don't know if you have it. And the second way that I have started using, but some people don't feel safe, so it's on your own, is by paying cryptocurrency.
Oh, okay.
So you can do any one that suits you well. So for PayPal, because I live in a country, cryptocurrency, it is very difficult for us in Iran. I don't know how much you know about Iran. I use an agent. It gives you an invoice of, for example, every session is $12 or so or whatever. So if you want to book one session, there's an email of 12 Canadian dollars, and you pay the invoice, and I will be receive the money by that agent. So it's not gonna be my email, Ali Tavakoli. And if still you have some doubts or you are not sure about that, I have had some students, Anna from Canada,
Mhm.
Komasi. Anna was Mexican in Canada. Komasi was from Sri Lanka in Canada. I have had some students. So if you want to talk to them to get to know me or about the method of payments, I can introduce them to you so you can connect to them and ask me how they paid, if I'm a safe person, things like that, blah, blah,
Sure.
blah.
And another question, on the platform, your hourly rate is 15 per hour. It's Canadian dollar, 15.
Canadian,
Okay.
Canadian, yeah, it is Canadian, yeah.
So, I want to know how it works. For example, if I want to book two session next week, I pay you first, right? So I pay $30.
Uh, again, because I want you to be 100% sure, you don't need to to pay first.
Okay.
So
Mhm.
you have the classes, and then you pay. Because you don't know me, I want you to feel
Okay.
100% safe
So
and sure about the
so you're
class.
gonna send me the material first. I'm gonna study a bit. Then I
Hmm.
decide if I book more sessions or not, right?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes, 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 yes,
So
yes.
you're gonna send the electronic books through Telegram, right?
Everything is going to be sent to you on Telegram, and for having that, you need to make an account. And I recommend you to download the desktop version because the files are going to take a space on your mobile phone.
Mm-hmm.
So the desktop version, you can have both the desktop and the cell phone version, but for the students, because they need to download and the storage space on the cell phone is limited, I recommend you to do the desktop. Telegram, and I will give you my phone number and my ID on Telegram. So you
Mm-hmm.
can message me hi, and I will make a group with your name and any kind of questions or things during the week, during the sessions. So you don't think about what time is it in Iran. It can be middle of the night. Any part that you don't understand, you don't know where the answers are, you need any kind of help. Suppose that I'm like a robot, 24 hours online. So you come to Telegram, hi, I have a question about that. Where are the answers? Where is the blah, blah, blah? Any kind of questions about the material, about anything. So all of those services are with the money that you pay for the sessions,
Mm-hmm.
but you have the access. Any kind of question. For example, you go to the street, you live in Canada, clearly, obviously, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So you have any English questions anytime, that's free on Telegram. You can ask anytime, any kind of question in the book, outside the book, and you only pay for the sessions. And
Yeah,
for you to
sure.
become sure, even more sure about the class, for the first few sessions, 1 or 2 sessions, you don't need to pay before the class. You can pay after the class.
Okay. And also, I want to know if I have, like, for example, I already prepared some materials from my part, and I have questions. I can still ask you, right?
Yes, yes. You can do, for example, you are writing an email to a university, I don't know, teacher or any kind of help yet that you need in English. All of them come with the class, online
If it's
support.
a like assignment, can you tell me it's right or wrong?
It depends on the assignment. If it is very high level and professional piece of writing, maybe I cannot help you that much. But you can check to see if I can help you. Because sometimes some college or university writings or project or tasks need a higher level of English. I have been an English teacher for some years. My English language is not bad, but some jobs needed higher level of proficiency. So you
Mhm.
can check with me if it is a piece of writing or anything like that, and I will help you as much as I can. And if I'm not help you, it's a very professional way of, I don't know, article, essay writing for college. I don't know, introduce you to some books or some other people. As far as I can, I will help you.
Okay. And like for example, if I now I have some like I did something, but I'm not sure if it's I did it correct or no. I if I send it to you, I need to pay the session, then you can correct me, right?
First, I have to be able because I don't want to waste people's money and time. First,
Sure.
I check and say, Dolores, I can do this. If I'm not able to, there are two things. To introduce you with some maybe websites or books or materials, anything that you can find your answers, or
Mhm.
to the other teachers, preferably. If I
It's
can do the
not
job,
Yeah, it's not very difficult. It's just ESL courses like midterm and final exam. It's not like very high level things. Yeah.
so yeah, I will definitely can help you there.
Sure. So
Yeah.
can you send me your email address so I can send you a few like 2 or 3 pages, and when you have time you can check on that.
I
Or maybe
prefer
you prefer what?
Telegram. Telegram
Oh, you
for that.
prefer Telegram. Yeah, yeah, sure. Telegram.
So no problem. I'm just gonna send you my first telephone number.
Okay. Is that called Telegram Messenger? Or
Yeah. So, do you have my screen still?
yes.
This is Telegram. It has a blue icon.
Okay, with blue icon. Let me
I
check.
can do the Googling and you can take a look at my screen. Do you still have my screen?
Yes.
Are you gonna do that for iPhone or an Android system?
It's iPhone.
So you simply Google Telegram
Mm-hmm.
and after that
Okay,
Telegram
I see.
Messenger App Store, the third or fourth result, and this is the one.
Okay, this is the one.
It has also from Telegram website you can download if you need the PC version.
Okay.
So my phone number and my Telegram ID.
Okay, so I go to contacts, then I add your mobile number, right?
There are two ways. You can find me by, I don't know, adding my mobile number or simply by my ID.
Okay. Actually, can you send me a message so I can see your name? Hold on. Uh,
Okay, yeah.
I think the area code of Canada is 1, I guess. You
Yeah,
can
yeah,
tr
it is.
you can try this.
Yeah, just give me a second.
Mhm.
So I go to Skype in on my cell phone. So you couldn't find me?
Yeah, I think I have a problem to find you. Or maybe I don't know how to use this app.
No problem. Just it's very similar to I am telling you WhatsApp
Yeah.
and any kind of application similar to that, like that Skype for this matter. So I'm gonna First, save you. I have to save your name to be able to message you. So copy, going to my contacts, and saving your name, Delores, and to students. Now I have to wait. And here we are.
You find?
Just yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yes. So add to contact. Okay. Okay, so I can send all the like documents through this app, right?
Every single thing.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so you're gonna add me to a group and I'm gonna have all the electronic books.
Yeah, I messaged you with the wrong number. I have two cell phones, so just give me a minute.
Mm-hmm.
I have to go here and I message you with another one. Hi with a hand. This is hi with a hand is my main number. So I have you here.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah.
So do you still have the screen?
Yes.
New group.
Oh, yes, I
Delores.
saw it. Is oh yeah, this
Yeah.
one.
So
Okay, I'm gonna send this
it's a
to.
new group. This
Mm-hmm.
is your book. I just want you to follow the procedures from the screen.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
So for every student, there is a group. You might ask if there is only you and I, why are you making a group? Because hi Dolores, this is the personal chat, and the group is the I don't know the lessons and the books and things like that. So I prefer to have a group, even if there is only one student in every group.
Mm-hmm.
I'm clicking on this, uh, uh, and
Okay.
here we
Yes, I
are.
saw it. Yes.
There is a group. I'm just gonna add the picture of the. Just give me some time. The book here.
So any question I can send it in our group, right? The group of two.
Any single question is a group of two, you and me, and I simply made this group because I want everything to be well organized.
Mm-hmm.
You will have an archive and access to the books and everything. If you need to search them, it is searchable, blah, 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 things like that. So I'm just going to give you everything one by one. First, in your group, the teacher's book. You have the teacher's book. It is going to be pinned in your group. It's like the answer key for every single thing.
Mm-hmm.
Then you can see the cover of the book, student book, which is the main book, with the PDF included.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Then you are going to have the face of the workbook, including with the PDF. Right after that, you are going to be sent a link to a Telegram channel, which has all the audio files for the student book as well as the workbook. So you have to click on that, go to that channel, and everything is available there. Then I'm going to send you a picture of the roadmap. So this is from the 0 to 100. If a language learner is going to study this kind of coursebook. Right
Mm-hmm.
after that, there are going to be 10 PDF files with answer keys for 10 units. So at the beginning, you don't need to do them because after finishing every one unit, you need to do them.
Mm-hmm.
Then for some students who are not able to download the PDF, I would simply send the first few pages in the picture format. So
Mm-hmm.
it would be easier for them to study the first few pages with the pictures rather than downloading the whole book.
Mm-hmm.
Then I will provide any kind of material, including pictures. They are mainly vocabulary list for the readings
Mm-hmm.
and things like that. So, and after sending every several page, I will mark the pages like this. End of page 4. So you know that the materials that I sent you are to the end of page 4 from the student book.
Mm-hmm.
For you, because you are new on Telegram, I'm going to send you also forward you
Mm-hmm.
the teacher's book in your private message
Mm-hmm.
and the student book in your private message
Mm-hmm.
because simply you might not be able to find them very easily in the group.
Yeah.
So you have them in two different places. So that's the
Okay.
teacher's book. This is this one, and the link to the channel with the audio files.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we are done here, but I have
Yeah.
some other free time if you have any other questions.
Sure. So I gonna have a look of the books, and
Mhm.
I gonna decide if I take the session or not, right?
Yes, 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 yes.
Perfect. And by the time I can also send you the my material I already prepared, and you can, if it's not that difficult, you can help me with that, right?
Yeah. If it is not very professional level of university work.
Mm-hmm. Great.
So if it is like that, I might not be able to. I have to take a look first. If it
Sure.
is a very professional writing, like the essay writing in a very high level, I cannot help you. But easier than that, I will be help you.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you so much
Thank
for your
you.
help.
You're
Thanks.
welcome. Take care.
Take
Bye.
care. Bye. Have a good day.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.